Hello, everybody. Welcome to the very first episode of the Dialogue Room podcast. I'm your host, Nadia, and this is Amer. And today we are joined with French students Charlize and Chanelle. Can you please introduce yourself a little bit more? Tell us what you're studying, how old you are, and why are you here?
Okay, so my name is Charlize. I'm 18 years old, and I study in ESCPA Lyon, France. We are here for Erasmus Plus exchange with Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Hi, I'm Chanelle. I'm 19 and I'm also studying at ESCPA, but in Toulouse, France. And I'm also here because we got the opportunity to participate in this exchange.
First, Charlize, thank you for mentioning Herzegovina. It's it's a very nice, refreshing thing to. Okay, so I want to ask you, what did you expect from Bosnia when you signed up for this exchange and everything? Because I feel like because France is such a large country, you don't often know much about the smaller ones like Bosnia is.
Okay, so when Oud, my my professor told and presented the project to make the exchange with your country, I don't have really an expectation of that. I just have like the stereotype, but it was our first project, so I don't know. But I think that Bosnia is I have a stereotype about Balkans country. Like I think they have many similarities like this, but I don't have really an expectation really precise.
So for me, when they told us about the opportunity, I didn't know much about the country, so I just Googled like everyone. I just saw a bunch of pictures, but I didn't really know anything about the culture. And when I got taken to participate in the exchange, and I would say to someone in my family that I'm going to Sarajevo, they would just mention the war, that it was in war like not a long time ago. And for me, it's important to, like, obviously it's part of history, but there's probably there is everything around the people, the culture, the city, the monuments and everything. So I just thought it would be like a great opportunity to discover it. And I honestly arrived with zero bad expectations, but just positive ones to discover the place.
Considering the fact that we were in France and Lyon first, and we worked on projects like stereotypes and intercultural communication and everything, did your opinions or just thoughts basically about Bosnian students, Sarajevo specifically, change in any way? Or did you still come to Bosnia with the same mindset you had of it before we talked with you person to person in France?
After you came in France, I have the not the first impression, but the last impression you gave us, that your studies is very important for you, that you really want to have the goal you want, that and I think it's I'm thinking about I think it's like a different way that French students like in France, many students don't care about the studies and don't want to really got the goal at the end.
For me, so I didn't get to welcome you in Toulouse, so it was a bit different for me. But when I talked with the girls that were in my group work for the first time, so it just ameliorated the way we were expecting the exchange and the way we were gonna, have a connection with you, because we got along really quick. We discovered that we had a lot of similarities in the way we, live our teenage or young person's life. So we just we had yeah, like I said, a lot of similarities about the way we talk, the way we text, the way we like to hang out, the way we like to drink coffee and everything. So I was just like, I can't wait to meet those people in real life. So, yeah.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. I want to ask you, it's because I was just thinking about it like an hour or two before, is how different it felt for me when we were hanging out in France versus when we were hanging out in Bosnia. I can't really explain it, so I want to hear what you guys think. I feel like some of our similarities and some of our differences were pointed out more in France and some were pointed out more in Bosnia. I think it might have something to do with, you know, different cultures and how we get to merge ourselves into them.
Like, do you have a specific example, something that you discovered?
I think it's like we feel more at home here. So we're kind of just more chill here. I don't know. It's different. We act differently in our hangouts with you when we were in France, and we acted way differently here because this is like our territory. And the same goes for you. You were a lot more chill. You were a lot more I don't know, open, let's say, carefree, kind of, because you were home, basically. While here, you're just like, I don't know how to phrase this, but basically like a tourist. You know, we can tell that you're tourists. So did you maybe feel the same way? Did you notice any differences from like our hangouts here and hangouts in Lyon?
I think that I feel I have the same feeling that as you, that when you came in France, that it's our territory, so we are really chill, and we know of all the city, like the bar, the activities, the campus. So it's really different because here we don't know how people. Comment je peux dire? Comment les gens sont? Are. How people are, and the way to act with other one, with tourists. And I think when I came here on Sunday, I feel really anxious because of the way to live, like to eat or to in the whole city, on the whole life, that I'm just really anxious every day, but that's more this week.
Well, I don't know if I really can give my opinion because, like, as I said, I didn't get to welcome you. But what I feel, maybe you are, well, I feel like it depends on like the personality, but you are really like welcoming. We arrived and you planned the whole week for us, and you were really there for every single like detail, like how to, I don't know, to get the transport, how to go to school, how to get this type of food, and yeah, we are probably the same in France, but maybe a bit less. If I can give a general stereotype, I think we are, a bit less in the details. You know, we might not think about, maybe he doesn't know how to take the bus, how to, I don't know, change the money or whatever. And you were really like accompanying us in everything. So that's probably the main difference for me.
Yeah, that's really interesting when you say that. But I do feel that some parts of like the reasons we planned the whole week are, you know, we can't just go anywhere at any time with 10 of us and like find place to sit. While in Lyon, I guess because it's a larger city and there's more options, it's more doable. In Sarajevo, you can't really do that anywhere for anything, so we really had to plan it all. But I'm really happy you appreciate that, and I want to say that yes, we did plan everything, and it was amazing. Yes.
We sat down a day earlier, and we planned everything. We had a whole planner. We were like, this is where we're taking them, reserving everything for a week. I wanted to ask you, you mentioned that the campus is different, the studying here is a different, the mindset that Bosnian students come with when it comes to their academic achievements in life is different from French students. You had the chance to be here for one of our classes, right? One of our classes. It was, and we had the chance to be with you on another one. Do you see any differences there, like while in class? I mean, both of us saw somebody else present presentations of like, you know, their topics, whatever. But is there like just the difference that the students approach the like academic field while they're in class? Like, did you notice the atmosphere was different in our classrooms versus in yours? You also spent way more time at our campus than we did for yours. So did you like see anything did you feel any difference here? Just basically walking around campus.
I think the first things is like the barrier of the language. Like in Bosnian, the major part of people really speak speak really good English, but in France that's not the same. Like when we go at the bakery or in the market, I had to make translation with people, and it's really, I think it's more complicated for you, and in the campus is the same. Like all the staff of my campus don't speak English, very well. So the impression of the studies, like in the first way, is really complicated. But I think it's not the problem. I don't know.
I honestly feel like we're really similar in the way, like, no, I would say it really depends on the persons, because Charlize said that in France, a lot of people don't really care about their studies, but it really, really depends. Like, if you're doing something that you like and you're implied and everything, you're gonna be really motivated and stuff. And obviously, there are some people that are not. And we just met you. We just got the opportunity to talk to you guys from the exchange. So for my point of view, you are really like implied in the stuff. You are working hard, but maybe some other moment of the year you're not, and maybe we're not also. But I feel like we're in the same. We work the same way. Like we are. Like we want to do the stuff right, but maybe there are some moments we're a bit like more lazy. I don't know. So yeah, I feel like we're similar, but it also depends on people. Maybe some people in your university are a bit more lazy or not, or maybe just your whole university. Yeah, okay. So because we didn't get to see really like other people working, so we don't know. But if I'm completely honest, I just noticed a small difference is because you mentioned in class when you present and stuff. So when you present, you're really like involved in the presentation. You speak loud, really clear, and I don't know, it's really interesting to listen. But I honestly noticed that everyone else in the room is on their phone, sleeping or not really paying attention. And I don't know, it's because of the exchange and we're being really chill and we're not like, it's not that serious. But in France, some people are doing that, but a bit more hiding, you know, like usually when someone presents something or is talking, we really, at least we are pretending to listen and to be, I don't know, to be attentive to the person speaking. So I don't know if it was specific to the exchange or you're like that in general, but that's just something that I've been noticing.
I think that is something that happens generally in Bosnia. I guess people don't hide themselves very well here.
Yeah, in the street with the looking.
With the looking, you had a lot of looks. Oh, I get. Do you have any?
Compared to
in
France,
the main street,
Yeah, I do. I did notice that as well. Like in France, there's not any staring, you know. And whenever like we would go to the metro, we would be like just like looking at everyone around us, and it would be like
contact.
yeah, nobody would like look at us. While in Bosnia, it's just like people don't care if you see that they're looking at you. It's whatever. And I guess it kind of translates as well to that presentation part where someone, when they're not paying attention, I don't think they will necessarily fake they're paying attention. But I guess you got a really exaggerated version of that because our schedules were really packed this exchange. So sometimes it would be just like a presentation at the end of the day, and I guess some people can't, really, sit straight.
Okay.
I wanted to ask, since the schedule that we had the similar schedule, we had it prepared for us in Lyon, and we visited a lot of places. You also visited here a lot of places yesterday. We were in Mostar, in Konjic, and Blagaj. I wanted to ask you, what are some of the places you visited that in Bosnia that really stood out, that you feel like you're really going to take it home and remember, and it's going to be like a core memory of the exchange program? Like, your favorite place you visited. It can be also a restaurant we took you out on.
For me, it's a mix of everything. Like, I liked, for example, as a cultural part, I liked the Childhood War Museum. Okay, because compared to France, well, we have also similar museums and similar places, but it was really like personal histories, and we really got to, to experience the history here a different way, and to understand a bit better, what happened, but in the perspective of like human people, And me personally, when I go to France, I'm more used to go to, art museums where, you don't have a lot of descriptions. You just have to, kind of guess what it means. So I really like that visit. And in another part, I also love the moment where we were when we were together, just going to restaurants, discovering, different plates or different foods, and just walking around the city and just spending time with you and discovering kind of your way of living, talking, and acting in a more like general way. Not only specific stuff, but just like the way you are as a person, the way you bring us to places, you make us visit the stuff, the way you present the city and everything. So that was also an interesting part.
I agree with Chanelle. To feel at home in another country is, I think it's to be really with good people, with people that we like them. Like now I have friends in Bosnia, and it's not like I come in Bosnia with no idea of the country, of the people, of the culture, and other things like.
Well, I'm really glad you feel that way. I'm so happy right now. But did you? I guess Nadia sort of asked this already, but did you really have some strong stereotypes, or are you maybe leaving with some new stereotypes? Like when you think of, Bosnians are like that.
And they really are. Maybe a stereotype that you kind of confirmed.
Yeah, maybe, some like the steering thing. It's legit.
First,
it's legit.
I don't have like a strong stereotype. I would just say, but I don't know if it's in general, but yeah, you're really like, when you're speaking, you're really engaging, you're speaking really loud and clear, but that's not really a stereotype. But maybe the drinking coffee one, because it's surprising how in Europe we're considered to drink a lot of coffee in France and in Italy, but here, you guys, it's your food, it's your whole like everyday nourishing. So that's what I will like, the strongest stereotype I will come back with.
Okay, so we are heading towards the end of our podcast episode. We want to thank you for joining us. Thank you for allowing us this opportunity. I want to ask you, do you have any advices for any students that were maybe thinking of participating in any form of exchange program, short mobility like you were here, or maybe long-term mobility? And maybe anyone who plans on visiting or has an idea of maybe visiting Bosnia. Anything you want to say to the viewers?
Go and discover the country and many countries and the whole world if you can. Yeah.
About exchanges in general, always take the opportunity because no matter where it is, like it's always going to be positive. You can't lose anything. And about here in Sarajevo, in like specifically, just stay open-minded because the people here are really nice and you're sure that you're going to make friends.
Okay, I feel so good now. Yes, thank you very much. Okay, so thank you guys for tuning in and watching. Thank you, Chanelle and Charlize,
Thank you.
for
Thanks a lot.
making our week, basically.
Yeah.
And especially thank you for getting us by through Lyon. Thank you, Nadia, for inviting me to be your co-host. And that is all. See you next time.